Hey, what's going on, guys? Tilo here for the Parlay, sponsored by the 60-40 Club. If you want to know Kendall Gill's regimen, man, you got to check it out. Link in the description box. It's 60-40 Kendall, still doing it, and I'm ashamed of myself, period. Hey, man, the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada had a great event. Amazon Prime going through with their first pay-per-view event after moving from Showtime, and it was a good one, and it was a bloody one. A lot of fights happening in the evening, so we're going to talk about the 4 fights that they did broadcast today. Hey, but before we do that, man, don't forget to check our link in the description box. All of our social media platforms are right there, and including, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, man. It's our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell after you subscribe, that you can check out what we're doing and what we're posting on a weekly basis, man. The first fight, man, Martinez versus Cordova. Cordova, man, showing a lot of showboating, but really was giving it to Martinez, and Martinez really at the very latter parts of the match, really hunkering down and getting the job done. He defeats Cordova by majority decision, and it was a good fight, man. Hopefully these two guys, wishing them success in the rest of their career as they continue to push forward. We have Erislandy Lara, who's 40 years old. The Cuban boxer really looking better than ever at this age. He keeps his title and he defeats his opponent, man. Erislandy Lara really doing his thing, man. I'm really impressed at the fact that he can still do this, and the fact that he really is showing at age 40 he's better than ever. I can't believe it, but he looks really good. Our co-main event, everyone was waiting for this one, was Pitbull versus Rolly, man. And these two were going at it in the latter parts of this promotion, man, as Rolly was just doing his thing and showing the Chihuahua necklace. Pitbull, business as usual, doing his thing as well, letting the world know that he was going to defeat his opponent, and that's exactly what he did as he defeats Rolly Romero by TKO, and they stopped the fight in round 8 as Pitbull just with that pickable offense. Really, it's hard to defeat that guy. He's coming forward tremendously, and he's throwing with power. Round 1 was crazy. They were throwing bombs right off the bat. But really, I got 2 things for this fight. Rolly didn't fall, and I don't know how he didn't, but he should have fell about multiple times. We got to give Rolly Romero his credit for showing heart, for staying up, for doing his thing. But at the end of the day, Pitbull handles business, and he does take that WBA belt from Rolly Romero, and now Pitbull is in the mix with the big dogs, right? Javante, Devin, all the guys at 140. He moved up in weight and showed that he is part of this process, and he is going to do damage. We'll see what the Mexican fighter does. He wins the first title for his family, and it was an amazing fight to see. Pitbull, man, is a superstar. The Mexicans have another champion, and it is great to see. And so I can't wait to see who Pitbull fights with next. Who's going to fight him? Who's going to match up with him well? That pickaboo offense and that style is an entertaining one. And fight fans, if you're not Mexican, man, this guy is awesome. Just awesome to watch. So congratulations to Pitbull. And finally, our main event, Fundura versus Zoo. This is a last-minute replacement 12 days ago, as of course we know Keith Thurman got hurt, so Fundura stepped in. Zoo accepted the fight, and right away in the first couple rounds there, Zoo gets an elbow to the head. He leaned in on it. I believe it was round 2 or 3, and Zoo opened up a cut at the top of his head. It was not looking pretty. Then Fundura was bleeding from round 3 from his nose and from his mouth, and both guys looked so bloody. And listen, I gotta tell you, these two guys really put up a performance, showed so much heart. No one gave up. Zoo, props to you, my guy, for continuing to fight with that blood rushing in his face, trying to wipe the blood off his face and defend and go on the offensive. Fundura for not worrying about that and continue to stick to the game plan to box. And that's exactly what both of them did. At the end of the day, though, it was a split decision and went to Fundura. And man, all I gotta say, guys, is this is impressive. Both showed so much heart. Both respected each other at the very end. And we as boxing fans, as we look at it, we kind of want to see a rematch, just because, at least personally, because I want to see Zoom at full throttle without that headbutt and cut at the very top of his head to see how he would do with someone like Fundura on that height. But Fundura, doing what he did, he won He wins the match, and Errol Spence comes up after in the post-fight interview and says, "We are ready. Let's do it. Let's make it happen." I'm like, okay, Errol, you're gonna go on right away and fight Fundora. This is gonna be a very interesting thing to see. So we'll see what happens. But what I will tell you is that if there was a rematch between Fundora and Zoo, I'm down with it. I definitely want to see it. It would be awesome. But hey, boxing won tonight. I think there were some great matches tonight. Everyone, showed the heart, showed potential, and Amazon Prime had a great pay-per-view first event. Hope to see some good fights coming up later on in the future, and we'll see what happens as this continues in 2024 with boxing. What do you guys think about the fights? What do you think would happen? Do you think Errol should be coming back and fighting Fundora? Do you think Pitbull fights a guy like Devin Haney or the big guys in the 140 division? What do you guys think is going to happen coming up this year in 2024? This was an awesome event. What do you guys think? Let us know in the description, in our comments. We want to know from you guys, the fight fans. Don't forget, once again, this is our fight reaction. We hadn't done it in a while, but definitely want to make sure you guys were tuned in as we watched all the fights on Amazon Prime's pay-per-view first event of 2024. This is Tilo for the Parlay.